What's up, guys? Fooch from Fooch TV. It is a Tuesday night at approximately 10:23 p.m. I am quite tired today and I was planning to go to sleep after work. It's very cold here in Korea, that's why I got this beanie, which I hope is not interfering with the green screen. I wasn't planning on making a video today as I work on the Burning Sun video. However, I am currently actively a Twitter user. Finally, after all these years, I finally have become an active Twitter user. You can find me on Twitter at Fooch TV. That's Fooch TV. So I am making quite an effort to stay in the loop with issues happening in Korea as they unfold. And I came across this article this evening. Actor Kim Seon Ho ads taken down amid controversy. And as you know by now, if you're a repeat viewer of this channel, or if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is not a K-pop channel. This is not a K-drama channel. I live in Korea and want to share with you guys my perspective and a little bit of a different perspective on issues that are currently happening in Korea. And I read this article. Let me read a little bit to you guys right now. Advertisements starring actor Kim Seon Ho have begun to be taken down following allegation that the star had demanded his girlfriend terminate her pregnancy. Now that's kind of some serious language there. Demanded his girlfriend terminate his pregnancy. Once I read that, I became very interested in this story. The controversy erupted Sunday afternoon, so that's about 2 days ago Korea time, Sunday afternoon, when an online post surfaced in which the author, claiming to be an actor's girlfriend, alleged that actor K, that was how she, or this poster, because we actually don't know the identity of this anonymous poster. This poster said actor K had urged her to have an abortion. So they changed the language a little bit in this article from demanded to urged. Just wanted to point that out. The writer further claimed that Kim's behavior toward her changed after the abortion. On Monday, that's not related to this. While Kim and his agency Salt Entertainment stayed mum on the issue. Stayed mum on the issue. As an American, it's the first time I've seen that. Stayed quiet. I'm gonna have to finish this in a British accent. Stayed mum on the issue. Advertisers quickly began taking down ads starring Kim. I'll spare you guys. Domino's Pizza Korea took down ads and commercials starring Kim. Kim has also been removed from Domino's Pizza Korea's official social media channel, which is no real big law. I mean, Domino's sucks anyways, but I digress. Canon Korea and food company Food Bucket have also taken down images and posts featuring Kim from their SNS accounts. Meanwhile, a statement was posted online Monday by a group claiming to be Kim's fans, asking the public to refrain from raising and spreading reckless speculation. Well, it's a little bit too late for that. The statement also threatened legal action against spreading falsehoods and defamation. On Tuesday morning, that's this morning, Salt Entertainment, in an email sent to reporters, said that the company was checking the facts surrounding the post uploaded Sunday. Later Tuesday morning, the agency announced the cancellation of Kim's interviews with the press. Kim was scheduled to hold a press conference on Wednesday following the conclusion of the TVN's hit Saturday-Sunday drama Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha on Sunday. Excuse me, whoa, that was not a fart. That was me backing up against this wall right here. Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Oh, I thought that was a Netflix original. I guess it's not. It's a TVN show. The 35-year-old starred as Hong Du-sik. I hope I'm reading that right. I'm reading the Romaji, which is why it may not be accurate. I need the Hangul to be accurate. In the drama series that ranked at 7th place among TV shows on Netflix worldwide as of Monday. So what exactly is going on here? Well, I actually tracked down the original post that was made. The original post was made on a website called Natepon. Nate is usually related to something Naver. So this is, I think, a website that is owned by Naver, and or it's Nate On, which was previously Daum. Okay, scratch what I said. It's an online post. Apparently, it's not necessarily a very believable website because a lot of gossip gets posted on here, and as I mentioned earlier, this ex-girlfriend. There's no verification at the moment that this is actually her. This could be it could be literally anyone posting this online. Let me go ahead and read you guys what this kind of a rundown of what this says. I'm going to be going ahead and be using my female voice because I don't want to read this straight. I want to be stopping to give my own commentary, but I don't want to confuse you guys between what this poster actually said and what my commentary on the situation is. So let me go ahead and get to you what this says right now. I'm his ex-girlfriend. If his personality was just trash, I wouldn't waste time revealing this, because I can't mentally live my daily life because of the image that comes out so differently when I see him on TV. As a woman, I may have to take all the risk revealing my personals, or I may have to take all the risks of revealing my identity with my personal story, but I decided to post something like this. I still have the after effects of breaking up, and I have my precious baby erased, aka aborted. I knew that he was very sensitive, and I decided to deal with it anyway. But with this subhuman action of him that demanded me to sacrifice my child, I have severe mental and physical trauma. So here we're already kind of playing up the victim card a little bit. Things as a woman, I'm dealing with all this breakup and this and that. Clearly, before she gets into the story, she definitely wants to play it up a little bit. This man I loved, who everyone thought was good, but he was actually trash. He doesn't have any conscience or any sense of guilt. He violated an illegal act, which is the right to self-determination of an abortion, and he did not keep his promise. I found out that there are more trashy things that he's done than I thought. It's been more than 4 months since we broke up, and I thought I would sincerely ask forgiveness. Sorry, this is actually, I didn't go through this. I didn't go through the Korean and translate it myself. I'm using a translation service, so I'm kind of translating this broken English into proper English on the fly. So if anything sounds weird, it's because I am translating broken English into English on the fly. But this is essentially what it said. There'll be a link to the actual post in Korean in the comments below, as well as a link to the archive in case the original post gets deleted. So you can yourself go ahead and translate that either using Google Translate or Papago, which is Naver's translator that they purchased, and you can verify what they said, what she said yourself. It's been 4 months since we broke up, and I thought I would sincerely ask for forgiveness. I thought he would sincerely ask for forgiveness at least once. He seems to be really loving acting, and because of his difficult childhood, he has an enormous obsession with money. He's very obsessed with success, yada yada yada. We met since the beginning of 2020. I also have all of the Kakao Talk conversations from there until now. He's repeatedly asked me to erase these Kakao conversations, but I thought that request was very strange, so I still have all of them. Usually, when I read other people's articles, I always question why they weren't able to use contraception properly. I was also using contraception while meeting, but I had to quit for a month or two because I wasn't feeling well. So, one day we were taking a break from contraception, but then we had sex and he wanted to finish inside of me. I allowed it because it wasn't a dangerous date and it was only once. Let me just interject. I had never heard of this before I came to Korea. I was always under the impression that if you finished inside a girl, if you yeah, that, what she's talking about by finishing, I'm just gonna say, viewer discretion advised. If you come inside of a girl and she's not on her period, even if she's on her period, there is still a technical chance she could get pregnant, so I've heard. However, on the period, you're pretty much safe, but apparently there are certain days where you're also safe. I've only experienced this once with a previous girlfriend I've dated, who said that certain days it was okay to finish inside without wearing a condom because it was a safe day. It was not a dangerous date. I've never heard of that before. I guess that's a thing. But guys, just be safe. If you don't want to have a baby, just use a condom, and just don't finish inside without a condom. And even if you have a condom on, finish outside, and just to be safe. So essentially, they had sex, and she wasn't on birth control, and she let him finish inside because it wasn't a dangerous date, and then they got pregnant. At that time, I was pregnant last July. To be honest, I was really scared. I was in a relationship, but we couldn't hold hands outside. I wondered if I'd be able to raise this baby by myself. I even told him I would secretly raise him by myself, and I would, we can, release that information to the public later. Since I was young, my uterus was weak and it was hard to have a baby. I was told by the doctor that if I were to have an abortion with my weak uterus, I would never be able to get pregnant or have a baby ever again. So I contacted the actor K at the hospital, saying if I have the abortion, if I erase it now, which they actually use the word erase in Korean, which is kind of, that's just very eerie to me. At least like abortion is kind of like the clinical scientific word, but erase the baby, that's eerie. So I contacted him, and I said it could be difficult to have it again. Is there a woman who doesn't want to give birth to a loved one's baby? Like most women, I wanted to hear that he would be responsible for the baby if I gave birth, even if he thought the situation was confusing and flustering. His trash answer remains in my cacao. Of course, I talked on Kakao as if I was willing to persuade him and take responsibility, but or as if he was willing to take responsibility for the child, but it completely changed when we met. He came to my house a few days after he finished shooting and convinced me to have a baby. Excuse me. He convinced me to have an abortion to erase the baby. I was 6 to 7 weeks pregnant at the time, so my stomach hurt so much. And this goes on. And something about if you have the child, he said that he told her if she has the child now, and it's announced to the public, he has to pay some 900 million won fine to the agency, which is about $900,000, which just sounds like complete BS. I don't know if he actually said it. I don't know why she would believe it. Even if this clause in the contract was true, I'm sure if this came out to the public, people would be outraged that somebody can't have a baby and would have to pay $1 million. So I'm sure this would be, they could fight against this. It turned out to be fake. Anyway, I'll spare you my crappy female accent. Essentially, he convinced her, he said, if you have the baby now, I have to pay $900,000, and, my parents are going to be homeless or some bullshit like that. Oh yeah, the parents are going to be living on the street. Famous actor who's making a lot of money, parents going to be living on the street. He said all these things, and he said, I was thinking about marrying you in 4 years. However, we can get married in 2 years if you just abort the baby now. And then she aborted the baby, And there was stuff about how he sent the exact amount of money for how much the procedure cost and this and that. And now after that, their relationship remained secret. He became more and more popular. More female celebrities started contacting him, wanting to talk to him, date him possibly. And that's about it. And then I guess they broke up, and now she's playing the victim card and saying, oh, he forced me to have this abortion. And this is the thing that kind of upsets me with all this is, this is completely contradictory to the entire feminist movement. Women are fighting for equality. They're fighting for equality, and they want to be treated the same like men. And I think that women should be, despite what you may think, I do think women should be treated the same as men. But if you're going to want that treated the same as men, you got to take that 100% of the way. You can't go ahead and get fooled like this. You got tricked. And if this really happened, is this guy a jerk? Oh, 100% absolutely. But he's a jerk. He didn't do anything illegal. He didn't kill the baby. He didn't force you to have an abortion. He told you some things and you happen to believe him, and you, assuming this is true, got the abortion on your own free will. So I feel like you can't come back later. And you can do whatever you want, but you can't defame him and say, oh, I'm a poor woman, I'm in so much pain, I'm mentally distressed, I'm physically I'm physically hurt, I'm a damsel in distress, and this rich actor took complete advantage of me, and now I'm gonna ruin his career. So that's something I'm pissed off about. If you want to be 100% equal, we have to come out and say, what the hell were you thinking? Is this guy a dick? Is he a jerk? Absolutely. But what were you thinking believing him? And the fact of the matter is, the probable thing that she was believing is this whole relationship was probably because he's a rich actor, and many girls want to date rich actors, and she was in it for the money. She liked this guy because of his money and I don't know if he's good looking, actually. I actually don't even know this guy that much. I haven't even really looked at his picture. If you think he's good looking, whatever, but he is wealthy and he is now famous, and many girls want to date someone like that. If this guy was poor, do you think she would have put up with his behavior in the beginning of the relationship? Not holding hands outside? No, probably not. She would have dumped his ass. But the fact that she had money, she kept putting up with this poor behavior. She kept putting up with his lies and excuses, and she went along with it. And she, despite him being a scumbag, if it's true, despite him being a scumbag, if it's true, she needs to take responsibility for the poor decision she made in all of this, which she's not, and now she's going back and claiming she was a victim in all this, even though it was her own decision. And this post, which was made anonymously on NatePon, which could be posted by anyone, is not verified. And despite it not being verified and an investigation still going on, all of this dude's ads are currently being taken down. He might get kicked out of some dramas. And even if it turns out that it's fake, some damage may have already been done and probably would have already been done. There's no going back at this point. Yeah, he could recover, but, this will always be a smudge on his career. And, is this personal matter? Does this have anything to do with anything? Well, I mean, you can argue that, celebrities are famous celebrities are famous, and being famous means having fans, and fans need to like you. So if you do something that prevents the fans from liking you, then you don't deserve to be famous. But this dude's an actor, and if none of these people like him anymore because of this private incident, then, that's his career down the drain. And did he do anything illegal? No, even if it's true. Did he do something that was scumbaggish? Yeah, he did. But, we got to take personal responsibility at some certain degree. And, this came out that, they had broken up a few months ago. And now this is coming up when he's reaching his peak popularity. So it seems like there might be some other motives involved, such as, getting some money out of this. So I don't know, the whole thing's sketchy. I want to know what you guys have to think. Did he do it? Did he not do it? You know, am I whatever sexist? Do you think I have a valid point? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, this was not a planned video. I just saw the news today about this topic and was shocked and very upset that these ads were getting taken down without any evidence or proof that he actually did anything wrong. And even if this story is true, honestly, you know, if he held a gun to her head and said, get an abortion, I completely understand. If he aborted the baby himself through, like, I don't know, punching her in the stomach or whatnot, that's obviously murder. And that would be completely understandable to, you know, take all this stuff down. But, you know, just recommending that she get an abortion, that does not seem like it's something that should end a man's career. So I just had to make this video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.